Well, tonight marks just over a week since a racially motivated shooting claimed 10 lives in Buffalo. Families and friends are grieving, but the impact does not stop there. Local black leaders saying that it is an incident that cannot be forgotten. Roxanne Elias joining us live in studio tonight. Roxanne, how does something like this affect the black community here in Northwest Ohio and in Southeastern Michigan?
Jeff, this tragedy has broken a lot of hearts, but of course it's also caused a lot of anger and even some confusion. Leaders I spoke with say they just want to know when it's going to stop.
We living in a time where people are living in fear, whether they say it or not.
Trauma has set in for the black community as they reflect on last Saturday's racist attack.
It was heartbreak for me, devastation of, if you're going to go to the grocery store, something that you do on a daily basis, something that's normal, and acts of hatred takes place.
Reggie Williams and Albert Earl run the Frederick Douglass Community Association. It's a safe space for anyone, and both are wondering how this level of hatred is still happening in 2022.
They have to worry about what's going on in their community. Then they have to worry about who will strike outside of their community. And it's like, there's no peace.
Earl provides mental health services for children and says kids are on edge, while Williams sees the black community left beyond scarred.
The fact that when we look at our wounds, such as we look at pictures of those who were lynched and they have their scars, that's a deep wound that, when you touch it, it still hurts. When you see it, it still hurts.
Time will pass and the healing will continue. But these leaders in the black community say it's crucial not to forget 10 people lost their lives in a senseless act. And they're calling on government to step in.
Something needs to be done. I think that our government needs to take a really hard stance on making sure that stuff like this don't happen again.
Williams says that as a community, they have to work collectively to have conversations after these tragedies and rally behind families who have lost a loved one, allowing them to heal by giving them a voice.
Roxanne, you were just in Buffalo helping out our Tegna sister stations there. Talk about the approach. Obviously, even the folks who responded out there, people you interviewed, talk about it from a TV perspective and the feeling, the mindset of going out and covering that and thinking to yourself, oh, it'll never happen here. Were those kind of conversations happening there?
Yes, Jeff, we got there. That was my very first time going to Buffalo. But as soon as we got there, everyone there was super kind to us, even from the places we were going to eat to even the places, people that we were interviewing. And what touched me the most is through all of this heartbreak, all of these people were still kind to us and willing to open their hearts and their families and their stories with us. And just seeing actually the devastation there when we got to the scene, I think that truly broke my heart, just being there and knowing that horrific act had happened inside that store. It was unbelievable.